Hey guys, Zach Calhoun here. How you doing today? I hope you're doing wonderful. I got some important content for you today, so I want you to really dial into what I'm saying. This is about your 4 key sales activities. So what are the 4 things that you should be doing every day that are going to help move the ball forward? It's really important that you're moving the ball forward, right? You need to understand and even reverse engineer the customer journey. Like when they become a customer and you fulfill that product or service, going from that point to them actually making a transaction, becoming a customer, signing the purchase order, right? Signing the quote, the demo itself, what you do, how you follow up, how you close, and then how do you, of course, you book demos, and then how do you build that local network? How do you become a trusted vendor or a trusted business relationship? How do you start that? Where do you start from, right? This is really, really important, so I want you to dial into what I'm saying. These 4 activities are, number 1, build your local network. Number 2, book demos. Number 3, host demos. Number 4, follow up and close. So closing on the customers you already have in the pipeline. Okay, so this is the 4 things you should do. And this is really it. Keep it very, very simple. Get out of your own way. Don't think about your website, your funnel, your advertising, all this stuff. That stuff comes later. Okay. At first, you need to do 4 things and 4 things only. Number 1, you need to be building your local network. So you can't book demos and host demos and follow up and close if you don't have people to actually sell to, right? Everyone knows that. Very simple concept. What I want you to think about, though, too, is when you're doing all these activities and you're pushing the ball forward and you're building your business locally, in the future, you're going to have to prioritize out of those 4 activities which one you sit down and do first. Following up and closing, always be closing, that's number 1. That's your priority. You have to start there. Really big deal. So if you have somebody who's about to pay you and all they got to do is swipe the card, help them get there. Right, so from a priority standpoint, you are at the grocery store, the self-checkout helper. You're that person who kind of roams around and says, hey, to pay, just go right here and click this green button and enter your credit card. Have a nice day. That is closing, basically just helping someone complete their transaction, right? That's what closing really is. Just keeping it simple, helping them get to at the end of the journey and get started, or move on to the next lead so that they can close the door, close the case. So let's quickly discuss your sales item number 1. So building your local network, really big deal. When you start a business or when you're selling something new or selling a software or selling a product, you need to have people that you sell it to, right? So when you understand the product, understand the service, understand the fulfillment and how it goes about, your next job as an entrepreneur is to go talk to people, have human being conversations. You'd be surprised at how simple this is and how many people don't do it, okay? If you can have success at just simply going in the door, repeating the same 1 or 2 sentence pitch, determining the right contact, and then either talking to that person, making a connection, starting a relationship, or getting that information of that person and come back and then follow up via email or phone call, etc., so you can start a relationship. Just that activity alone is so valuable. It unlocks doors and opens up relationships, and things start to compound quickly. So if you're sitting there thinking, where do I start? What do I do? The answer is not a website. The answer is not a logo. The answer is not even a business card or buying domains or all these made up activities that you shouldn't be doing. Don't do those things. Get out of your own way and go have conversations. If you're curious about product market fit, go have a conversation with the market. Who do you know? Call them up. Walk in the door cold, ice cold, and start to ask questions. Start to determine how they make decisions. How do you make choices like this? What are you doing? How are you doing it? This will be so helpful because it gives you clarity. You need clarity in the sales process. When you're building your local network, you need clarity. You need to talk to people, okay? And this seems so simple and so almost caveman-esque. Like, oh, just walk in the door and talk to them. That just seems too easy, man. Yeah, it is easy, bro. It's not complicated. Don't overcomplicate it. So many folks overcomplicate the whole dang process. Don't do that. Okay? Get out of your own way. Don't do a website. Don't do any of that. Don't do any of the scaling stuff until you actually have a unscalable process at first. So it's really important to start there. Okay? So get really good at repeating the local network and build a network. Then be good at booking demos, following up with people as you're building this network. Let's talk. Hey, let's chat next week. Hey, let's have 5 minutes. Hey, you know what? Let's grab a time on Tuesday morning if you have, or whenever it fits you. If you want to align calendars, here's my calendar link. Let's set it up. Quick call. Do a Zoom call. Do a Cloud Panel Live call. Do a sales call. Just do a phone call for crying out loud. Just talk to them. Ask questions. Take notes. Learn about them. Put notes next to your now database that you're building. Okay, so step 1 is build your database. Step 2 is booking demos. Build a relationship, determining where they're at in the process and how you can help them. Okay. Number 3, hosting demos. You need to actually really, really good at walking someone through a customer journey on a demo, showing the product, showing the service, and showing the value. Build your case, build your thesis. Like if you don't have a thesis, have a reason to exist, you need to go find one, figure it out, find some results, leverage big data, leverage studies. Okay, whatever it takes to have a reason for existence and get them to buy into your thesis on the demo, and then you show the feature, show what you're doing, and then you can close. Okay, now maybe you don't close on this first demo call. That's normal. Have a system in place, a follow-up sequence, a follow-up call, and have whatever decision makers you can have on that next call. Make it efficient. Make it a setup and close. Make it efficient to where you are talking to the right people in the journey and at least ascending to the right decision maker in the call. Right. So on that follow-up call, so it actually goes into your last of the 4 items. Your last step, what you should be doing last, is following up and closing down transactions, making sure you overcome objections. There's only 3 objections: time, money, spouse, or partner. Right? Overcome those objections. Right? Help them knock down the legs of the stool, bring a ton of value, make sure the price makes sense, and then make the transaction. Get good at collecting money. Right? Following up. And get people to swipe the card, get them to send you a check, get them to sign the proposal, right? You got to be good at this. This is the most important. This is like where it all ends, right? Do all this work to get them to here. Don't drop the ball now, right? So if you can get really good at building your network, taking people from ice cold to a relationship, booking on a demo, hosting a great demo, showing what you're doing a sales process demo, make it simple, and then closing them down, hot dang, bro, you're going to have a great career. If you ignore some of those items and don't make them a repeatable process, part of your workflow, you're going to wonder, what do I do? Maybe I should do this random business, and maybe I should buy some inventory for this. And all these things will come up, all these ideas will come up. The reality is this. Keeping it simple is the best way to make progress and move the ball forward. In the future, when you get really good and you start to make those consistent conversions and transactions, you can build your team to go do those steps for you. But until you can do them yourself, you're gonna have a hard time, right? So you can train your team later about these steps. So you can think about leverage and scale later. Right now, just go talk to people, bro. Walk in the door. Figure out what doesn't work so you can figure out what does. Okay? You have permission to go fail. Go build your network. All right, hope this is helpful. Hope this is helpful in your journey. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you soon. Like, subscribe. Good things are coming, baby. Talk soon. All right, bye.